briefly about your hotel general information, like how many stars do you get, who are your target customers, and what are hotel service culture standards?
Okay. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Anjana. I'm the Assistant Director of People Services, or HR, what we call over here. It's called People Services. So as you asked me about the hotel information, we ranked ourselves as 5-star hotels. We originally from Germany, and we have full service from food and beverage until the in-room check-in and check-out. And what was the question again? I'm sorry.
Who are your target customers?
Well, we target customer in both leisure and business customers. That means if you are planning for vacations in Thailand, we also take this reservation, as well as also if you like to come in for meetings, you also take those both of the customers. Yeah.
Okay, so well, can you tell me about hotel organizational structure?
Yeah, as we are 5-star hotel, we are majority of our management. It's pretty much like other 5-star hotel. I have a little chart for you guys that we can have a look on that. We will have hotel managers and also general managers, and each one of them will take care in each department. For examples over here, for general manager, he or she have to take care of the people service or HR, finance, engineering, sales and marketing, PR, security, and information technologies. On the other hand, he also takes care of the hotel managers. But hotel managers also have another department heads under your responsibility as well, such as housekeeping, front office. Most of the operations were under the hotel manager. And underneath that, you will see each department will have department heads, and also supervisor, and also managers and staff as well. We pretty much taking care of 520 people, staff over here. So that's why we are one of the full set organization charts as well.
Okay, as you said that this hotel is 5-star hotel, so what are the strategies your hotel use to compete with other hotels?
Well, we pretty much should be looking for on locations first, since we are right in the heart of the city. We are right next to Paragon, so most of the guests who are be targeting like leisures, they will come and visiting, come and shopping. So this is the most advantageous points for our hotel. And also we are pretty much in the way of resort. We're focusing on resort hotel. I'll see you in the next slides of how our hotel represents resort in the city. Like, you don't have to go that far. You're still in the heart of the city, but we would like to make you feel, if you're staying with us, make you feel like you are in some small type of world resort in the city as well. So that's why I think that's both strategies or the most advantageous thing for us.
Is it your hotel goal to have a resort in?
Yeah, that's our goal. Of course, we want our goal to be like we are the best hotel in Bangkok, but that's a little bit too far for us. Since we're just 3 years old, this hotel just opening back in 2009. I mean, if you compare with Orientals or someone who has the names on it already, I don't think we are there yet. But of course, it's one of our goals to become one of the best city in Bangkok.
Okay, about the HR resource department.
Right.
Can you explain to us what does human resource department do and what are the department's job?
Okay. As the names that we've been changing from corporate office, we not call human resources anymore. We call, as Kempinski, we call people services. When you say people services, anything about people, it's dealing with us. It's not only from the data they're coming in for interview, they also, while they are working with us, with their life, with their families, we also taking care of them as well. We take care from recruitment, orientations, job development, and also the promotions, as well as job tasks. Like, we put them training on other departments, and also once they become resign or retire, we also have plans for them as well. So it's pretty much, it's a hard job for me by saying it's everything, not even with the hotel, with their life, with their supervisor as well. So that's pretty much about people. It's our job. That's for the HR.
Okay, how's your department organized? For example, like typical functions and positions under human resource departments.
Right. In our department, we have two separate. You probably not seen here. You see HR here. You will see two of them here, which is separate from. Apart from the whole people services, we have something related with HR and something related with training. We have a little two departments in our department. I will take care of all of the people service thing or HR thing, from social security until development. I'm doing this, I need help from my training manager as well. She also doing orientations. She also grooming staff and also providing standards for our staff as well. That's two different parts, but then we both also represent HR.
Okay. What are the department goals and objectives? And what are the hotel standards for employment? Like, what is it the hotel looking for in every staff you employ?
Okay. Well, first of all, in terms of people services or HR, when I do recruitment, I also have to looking for an attitude. It's the most important thing, because that's the only thing that I cannot teach them or I cannot train them. Yeah, it starts from day one or the first minute that I walk in. I'm starting to look at them, the way they walk, the way they talk, and the way they speak, the way they dress up. As you know, pretty much not telling anything by now. So it's very tough job for me to identify if this is the right candidates or not. Yeah, within less than 10 seconds, I cannot say that yes, you are right, you are wrong. So I pretty much have to ask some type of questions that really bring real person out of his or her. Yeah, so that's one of the toughest job for me. But our goal for people service is, it's all about people. We have to make sure that the person who are joining our team, he or she has the right attitude with Kempinski. He or she has to understand our hotel main idea first. Like, if you're looking for someone who really represents Kempinski, I probably have to looking for someone who is not have the nails painted on anything, because our hotel is more traditional 5-star hotel. If you're looking for something like 5-star chic hotel, of course you can do nails, colors, or those fancy things. That's fine. So I also would like to tell you guys, if you guys graduate and looking for a job, you might want to make sure that if this companies or if this hotel is fit you or not. Yeah. Sometimes it's really difficult. I know you guys are teenagers, you have to be, moderns and everything, but within a hotel, sometimes it's hard. It's really hard to tell you like to do or not to do, because we assume that if you are coming to a 5-star hotel, you have to know some certain circumstances as well.
A hotel service is like 24-hour service. So
Yeah.
how do things work around here? Are there work shifts, and like what are the department standard work hour? Is it 8 hours a day in common?
Again, it's two different departments, two different main departments. One is, it's called operational, like front office, kitchens, food and beverage. And the other one is office, like me, HR, sales, finance. For this one, in terms of the finance or HR, we have pretty much fixed hours. We work 10 hours, so we start from 8:30 until 6:30. We have 1 hour break. So that's pretty much the office job, and we got weekends off. Everyone's over here working in Kempinski, they got 2 days off. Everyone has the same 2 days, but pretty much office will definitely have Saturday, Sunday off. But if you work in the front office or food and beverages, of course, it's under operation hours. That means you have to work in the shift. Morning from 7 to 3, afternoon from 3 to 11, on nights from 11 until 7 in the morning. So it's pretty much upon department that you are attended.
What is the problem commonly happened in this section? And how do you solve that?
About the timing, about the shift?
About each
Common
other.
problem. Oh, okay. As you know, it's about people.
Yes.
It's hard. If you think that's, it's, for me, it's everything. It's very difficult. Sometimes you try to communicate something to your staff, to most of the departments. If they know that it's supposed not to do, for example, let's say, timing that you start your job. You're supposed to start right at 7 o'clock. People punch in at 7, but then they go up to their floor around 7:30. Would this call late or not? I mean, they punch their finger right on 7. It's not late on the machine. But physically, when they go up there, it's like almost 20 minutes after they've missed punch. It's very difficult when I have someone come to me, like the boss come to me and saying, my staff not coming on time. I, as an HR, when I print out the finger scans, it show me right at 7 o'clock. For me, it's right on 7. But I do understand as well that physically it's not right. He's supposed to be 7 at the department. So this kind of stuff is really difficult for me to explain to staff, like, hello staff, 7 o'clock for me it's right, but for reality, you cannot be there at 7:30. You have to be there at 7. That means you have to punch your finger around like what, 6:45 in order to be on time. So we have to just need to explain it to let them understand. The reason why they ask me like why it's only 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late, why you have to make a big deal on that? Again, let's go back to we are working as a shift. If you work 7 in the morning, that means your friends who are working from 11 at night, they are waiting to go home at 7. No one show up at 7, that means they have to hold themselves down until someone show up. That's really difficult. And over here, principal disciplinary, it's very serious. If even you late 5 minutes, 3 minutes, or 10 minutes, or even 30 minutes, we call it late. So you will get a written warning, you will get next step, disciplinary. So people really don't think like they make it real bad, why they have to have a write-up, this kind of stuff. So that's one of the examples of the tough job that I have to deal with.
Okay, do you have any advice for job hunters who are interested in this section? Like, what is a must qualification?
As I told you before, you have to study the company or the firm that you are going to apply for the job. If you know that, okay, this type of hotel, let's say if you would like to get into a hotel industry, first of all, you have to study a little bit about this hotel, how they are looking for the job. They're looking for like kind of fancy, fashionable, like W Hotel. It's called one of the chic hotel. You can have long hair, untied, anything that you'd like to. That's what they're looking for, and you probably that's the right one. But if you undress properly, coming to the Kempinski, that's probably not working as well. Yeah. So anything that you go, you have to study a little bit about the companies. But most of the companies, or most of the hospitality industry, they're looking for someone who have a good attitude. Yeah, attitude is the only thing that, again, I cannot train you guys. Someone has to be flexible as you work in hotel. I understand that sometimes it's difficult to work on day shift or night shift, but if you are in hotel industry, you have to. And you have to start from zero to become hotel staff. I do understand that some of you guys probably doesn't want to do a housekeeping job. Someone doesn't want to do any kind of dirty job. I would say not that dirty, but I also don't want to do it, but I have to do it. Otherwise, if I become a boss, if I become a supervisor, I know exactly if my staff are okay with the job or not. Yeah, it's another challenge thing for me to dealing with, I would say, you guys' generations. Like, you guys come, graduate, and looking for some positions like management. I know, I also would like to become management as well when I graduate. But our job, it's not like finance. In finance, if you get a good calculator, if you're very good in math, you probably can be a management in finance. But for hospitality, it's something about skill. Like you have to know how to pour the wine, or you have to know how to clean the rooms in order to become a certain management position. It's really break my heart when you guys coming in and say, look, I want a job who is working from 8 to 5, Monday to Friday, and a management with a very high salary, like 30,000, something like that. I'm very happy with you guys if you guys can get the job. But let me tell you, if you want to be a good career in hospitality, start from basics and then keep climbing up. You guys are smart. You guys would not take long in order to go to management. Just hold on to that. Don't be jumping. I'd like to tell you one thing about my recruitment. I have one of the lady who just graduated from Roche in Switzerland about hospitality. She walked right in and said, I'd like a job with management skill with high salary. And I asked her, like, tell me, why would I have to hire you if I have a ton of candidates who doesn't have to be a manager? She said because first of all, she can speak English. She can speak French a little bit. And she graduated from abroad. What do you think? I'd say, what did I say with this young lady here?
You like it? You like her?
You like her?
No.
I don't know.
Cameraman? I told her, like, I don't think you're right in this position. You're probably looking for something else, not the hotel. That's what I tell her. And this is not fair for others who are also have done a very long year in hospital, but because of lucky they don't graduate from abroad or anything. So for me, even you graduate from abroad, or even you speak English, or you can speak third languages, if your attitude is not right, I don't think hospitality is with you. Yeah? That means if I take this young lady here, she would not know of how to clean up the place. She don't even know how to do a simple thing. But she would be the one who's saying a very good thing with management. She will go back to the staff and say, do this, do this, do this, and then I'll come back. She's not the one who carry table with the staff when they are busy, or who's gonna clean up the place when the restaurant is busy. That's what I see. I probably wrong, but that's only second that I think this is not right. So I told her to finish the interview right away, and I told her to thank you for coming. We're not taking you. Please go back. And she's like, why? I cannot take. By the time the service attendant salary is only 8,000, she told me I cannot take the 8,000 baht. What would my friend will think you're talking to me if I'm saying that I work with Kempinski and I only got 8,000 baht as a waitress? Because I asked her to come a runner or waitress, I'm not quite sure. That's what she asked me. I'm like, that's the only thing. Because of your look down on yourself, on your career. That's too bad. So I told her to good luck, go find someone else. When you find something, let me know as well. I'd like to congratulate you. So that's a little simple thing that's tough. So that's a challenging about improvement. Yeah.
But
What is it? It's asking.
this is about English, but you say that attitude is the best.
Right.
So
I mean, English skill, whatever is a plus. So if you got a good attitude, if you can speak English, if you have skill, this job is for you.
Can you name top 3 positions that English is a must qualification?
Front office. Anything that is the guest contact, you have to have it. Front office over here, not only check in and check out. You have to know everything. You have to. The guest walk in saying that I have a pain, I need to see a doctor. You can't just let me call someone. No, you have to communicate that, even though it's not check in, check out. Or the guest walk down and say, I broke my button. I need someone sewing or something like that. You have to communicate, and you cannot just say 1 second. Let me call housekeeping for you. No, you have to know. So front office or any guest contact, you have to have English capability. Yeah. Food and beverage, probably yes. If you are become like hostess